Happy Monday. I am a day late from doing my broadcast that was scheduled for yesterday, but life happens. So I thought, you know what? I'll just wait till next Sunday. But I really had some very important information to share. So I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Better late than never, right? That's what they say. So today I'm going to be talking about things that you can do with nationaltoday.com. So I actually love the calendar that they have set up because there's so many creative ways that we can come together and recognize other people, but also continue to extend our brand. So I am going to go through some slides. This is going to be really quick because it is Monday and not Sunday, but it's great things that we want to recognize. So yesterday was Pastor Appreciation Day. So I have my husband here, Jerome Atkins, father of 15, and we were busy celebrating the birthday of one of our grandchildren. So our grandson Adam turned 6 yesterday. So in between shopping and taking out time for date afternoon, you got to fit it in whenever you can. I wanted to take some time to recognize him for pastor appreciation. So this came from nationaltoday.com. So they have so many different days that show up. Maybe it is Raisin Bran Day. I think that's something that's really like far fetched, but I actually eat Raisin Bran. So that was something that I promoted last year. So there's so many different days. Something may resonate with you. So it's a great opportunity to extend your brand, come up with content. And not only is my husband a pastor, but he's also retired military officer. He retired as a major from the Army. He was also uh, spent some of his time as in the National Guard as well. So we just want to honor him for his service. And then this is my grandson, Adam, who turned 6, just like a little trip down memory lane to when he was first born. Here is my mother and myself and him, and just some different pictures. So acknowledging the fact that I can't believe I have a 6-year-old grandson. I have some older than him, but still, it's just like, oh my gosh. I don't quite remember being 6, but I do remember before the age I am now, a lot of different monumental things. So it's amazing to see the kids grow. But I wanted to come on really about this day. It's National Train Your Brain Day. That's what it was yesterday. And I think this is important to remember because a lot of times we go through challenges. Myself, I overcame 13 years of depression, 3 hospitalizations, all because I had to train my brain a different way. And, for some, you may say it's mindset, it's about mindfulness, all these different terms I think apply to being able to transform how you think about things. And so I wanted to just go over a quick slide of some things that I do in order to train your brain. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, none of those things. I'm just a mom of 15 children who is sharing her experience on how things have been working for me. So, the first thing when you're dealing with retraining your brain, for myself, we're just going to imagine that we're talking about a phrase or a word or something that we want to have a different outlook on. So, for myself, I'll go with something being an author, right? Because I never thought myself to be an author, because for me, I just associated that with like Shakespeare and some of these famous poets, that I just felt like I couldn't hold a candle to, right? So you first want to look up the definition of the word, right? Because a lot of times what happens is, through life and assimilating with other people, we sometimes take on other people's definition of things. And so we really don't take the time to look and see what really resonates with us. So first you want to look up the word to even get a understanding on what the word really means instead of canceling yourself out of being a part of whatever it is that you're looking to. Okay, so if we're looking up author, so I can do this in real time, y'all, because a lot of times, we just cannot embrace things because we just don't believe it for ourselves. Okay, so we're think about author, and it says a person who creates an original written, graphic, or recorded work. Now, this does not say anything about Shakespeare or some of these other prominent authors that I heard about, right? It just says a person who creates an original written, graphic, or recorded work. That's an author, right? So once you look up the definition, you might say, oh my gosh, here I am putting all these extra standards and beliefs around it. Okay, so it just doesn't even apply. I'm over here running away with a negative thought. So then you can brainstorm different words. So let's say it said something like, a work around a geographic area or time frame or something. I don't know. But you also could reframe by looking up different definitions, right? So you can look up in a thesaurus different meanings for the word author. So you just go to author synonyms, okay? So some of the synonyms are writer, wordsmith, novelist, script writer, biographer, essayist, poet, journalist, reporter, correspondent, lyricist, scribe. Okay, so songwriter. So some of these other words, you can begin to find something that seems to resonate with you, something that you could really begin to embrace and even believe is true for yourself. Okay, so once you do this brainstorm, you can use a new word that resonates with the energy that you want. So for myself, the whole thing about let me see, go back to this. If we're thinking about journalists, okay, reporter, some of those resonated with me because I feel like, when you're dealing with your own story, it is about recalling events and sharing what's true for you. Okay, so I'm just reporting, I'm sharing my side of the story, and I'm okay with that. I think a lot of times we try to get to the point of feeling intimidated about sharing our truth because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how people are going to perceive it, but it's not about that, right? If you're a journalist or a reporter, you're just speaking what you observe to be true. So embracing that can give someone else the insight to say, I don't have to convince anybody about my story, whether it's true or not. I can just simply report what has happened for me and let other people interpret it the way that they want to. I think this is important because sometimes when it comes to being an author, people feel like, oh my gosh, I want everybody to agree with me, or I want everybody to do X, whatever call to action, or I want everybody to like me. I want everybody to agree with my particular point that I'm making. But that's not really the purpose, right? The purpose when it comes to sharing, at least for myself, is to share your truth, right? It's not up for debate. It's not up for other people to agree. Those are elements about our story that we can't control. You can't even control how someone interprets what you're saying, right? So I could be doing this video and I'm thinking, okay, I just outlined this. I got a visual aid. I want them to understand they're going to see it this way. You can't control that. You only can control what you do, what you say, and how you behave. You have to be in a space of letting go the attachment to controlling things that you can't control. So when you understand that, you can feel truly confident about expressing what you want to express and leaving it up to the Lord, in my case, to send the right people to hear the message for it to resonate with them. Right. I can't control that. Because, have you ever been in a room with somebody? It's like you're talking directly to them and you know that they can't hear a thing you're saying. Why? Because they may not even be giving you their 100% attention. They could be thinking, man, I got into an argument on my way here with one of my kids. Oh, I just wonder if they're okay. I didn't get a chance to really resolve it positively. So, yes, we may physically be facing each other in indirect communication, but someone is not present. They're not hearing what I'm saying, right? They're not engaged. And so it doesn't matter about anything that we could be doing. We just have to be able to understand that the engagement, someone receiving what we're saying is totally out of our control. Okay. Then you want to visualize your outcome in great detail, right? So if one of the things that resonates for me with sharing my story is microphones, right? Now, I can't sing, even if the note had a handle on it, okay? But I resonate with being able to have a microphone so that I can project my voice to a crowd, right? I understand this every day as I still have 11 kids at home. And so there's times that, being quiet and trying to get someone's attention may not be the most effective because I am competing with music or video games or other things, other conversations, right? So I resonate with the microphone and understanding that there's times where a microphone can give me the opportunity and the platform to get attention without me getting out of character because it can project my voice in a way that I don't have to get out of character, scream, holler, run around like a crazy person. Okay. So visualizing, how do you see yourself doing whatever it is that you're doing? So if I don't have any problem seeing myself as a writer, right? Because I write on everything. I have envelopes, scrap paper, notebooks, I mean, you name it, napkins, right? I am writing on it. Okay. Poster boards. So the fact that I can visualize myself writing is not a hard thing. Okay. So this was something that I had to get over for myself because I had to realize that my story was different than Shakespeare. He had a different motivation for how he wrote. Mine was creating a legacy for my kids and being able to reach more people with the message that I have. I definitely understand that there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so much that you can do physically, because I have learned the hard way that there are limits to what you can do. And so realizing that, I really embrace being able to write because my story can go places that I can't go. I can't stay up 24 hours. I can't talk to a billion people as much as I want to. It's just not physically possible. So this is how you can begin to reframe. So that's the whole thing about training your brain. Now, in addition to that, you can do other things, working puzzles, playing word games, things with numbers. I mean, it's just really good to be able to put yourself in a position where you can critically think. You can think on your own and try to figure things out. Okay. You also can train your brain through reading, right? What type of books are you reading? The newspaper, magazines, articles, newsletters, blogs, right? All these things are important in order for us to continue to train our brain, for us to kind of dream big and expand beyond the limits that we sometimes put on ourselves. Okay. Done is the goal, not perfection. For me, this was powerful because I would be in analysis paralysis. oh my gosh, if I do this and this doesn't work out this way, I couldn't control it, right? I couldn't control the outcome. So, yes, I realized that I couldn't, but it put me in a state of being paralyzed because I couldn't control the outcomes. I thought, wow, what I can't even get started because I can't control it. So I was that fixated on being able to control rather than letting things flow. So when you learn, um, you're fixating over things that may not even happen, right? You decide, okay, I'm going to get on video. This is going to happen. And a lot of things that you think about don't even happen. But there's also things that happen that you hadn't even thought about. Maybe it goes viral. Maybe you get a lot of comments, right? Maybe people share it. Maybe people give you comments, clap their hands, give you accolades, right? So you're not even prepared for some of these things because if you don't do the work or take action, you'll never find out. So for myself, it's like, what is your follow-up strategy for videos? Do you uh, go around and share them with people in your network? Or when do you take time to go through the comments to appreciate people for watching? See, all these things would not even be possible if I never took action. And so it's important for you to think about that um, when it comes to creating content. So this is pretty much my time. If you have any questions about anything or you just simply want to chat, you can email me at my email info@LachelleAtkins.com or text chat to 470-423-1650. And I do want to conclude by saying that it's never too late, right? We've got a lot of well-known, impactful people in the world that started things beyond the age that we thought uh, we should have started things. We've got KFC, Colonel Sanders, who started things, well past his prime age that a lot of people would have thought. And we still have KFC today. So it's never too late, and that's my point about this video, about the content. You can prepare for next year. If you have a calendar, you can schedule. If you really resonate with pastor appreciation, you can create a card or well wishes or something that you would like to send them on this special day, right? So you can do that for next year. So you can be really ahead of the game. So it's never too late. Remember that you have value and you matter. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Have a phenomenal week ahead. And again, let's chat. If there's something that I could do to support you, just reach out and let me know. But thanks again for watching. Bye for now and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody. See you later.
Advice to you that service is a gift that we all should give. So when somebody asks you to do something, or if you're beginning to do your business on your own, remember to say, how may I serve you?